Hello, everyone. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty, like, 99% sure I'm in my group. I love when other people do this because I do it all the time. Cool. We're in the group. I have this open on my computer. So when you see me look this way, I'm looking at my notes, looking at my computer. Today, for some reason, I felt really, like, called to live stream from my phone and not my computer. So even though that makes no sense, whatever, we're doing it. Oh, and the thing is that I really wanted to live stream outside, but I am now getting messages. The thing is the lighting outside, it made it look like I had scales all over my face. Like the lighting literally looked like scales, which looked really cool. I posted on my Instagram story. So if you want to see it, I was like really tempted to do it, but I knew it would be kind of distracting, but it actually looked really cool. It didn't look bad. It was like, I literally looked like from my face to my chest, like I was covered in scales. It looked pretty cool. Anyway, I'm really excited for this live stream. Say hello as you're hopping on, especially because I want to make sure that I can see your comments and stuff. So definitely say hello. Let me close out of my stuff. Who is here? We have people hopping on and off right now, which is normal. Today, perfect. Thank you, Jackie. I can see your comment on my phone and on my computer, so we're really good. So today we are talking about, basically the title of this live stream is If You're Exhausted from Last Week, which is the issue that a lot of people have, is that they are just, love your shirts. Yay, thanks. They're just tired. They're overworking, right? Burnout is a really, really big thing. And I'm talking to, this could be for people who are in the beginning of their business and are burning themselves out with the tasks and everything they're supposed to be doing. But this is really going to speak to you if you're somebody who's already signing clients, who is making money in their business, but is really overworking and is really, really exhausted, right? So doing things like sales calls every week, client sessions, posting, right? Like I think that's a huge thing that can cause burnout. Posting, live streaming, creating opt-ins, emailing your list, like all this stuff is taking up, here's what's happening is you're spending so much time doing that stuff, first of all, and or it's taking up so much energy in your brain, in your body, because even if you're not actually doing the work, but you're thinking about it, right? So how many of you are spending so much actual time not doing the work, but thinking like, oh, I know I should be doing the live stream. I know I should be emailing my list. I know I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And you're like tired. And then like, I go through this too sometimes where it's like tired, chilling out on the couch, but instead of actually taking a freaking break, you're spending all this energy thinking about all the shoulds and all the things you should be doing. But what we're specifically talking about today is those of you who are actually tired from last week, from the work that you have been putting in, and realizing like, this is really who this is for, is the person who's realizing, how can I up-level my business right now? How can I hit the 10K, the 20K months when I can't even keep it together with the client load that I have or with the workload that I have, right? This is really, really common. So I just want you to know, like, you are not alone here. You're not crazy. And no, I'm just going to give away the secret right now. No, you do not have to work even more to make more. You really don't. And it sounds backwards. It sounds crazy, but bear with me because we're going to go over this. Okay. So tell me if anybody is like resonating with this, if you are maybe burnt out, if you're tired, if you're wondering, how can I up-level my business without working more? Leave a comment, okay? And by the way, if you're on the replay, okay, because some of you are, leave a comment as well and let me know, and say hello if you're here. So this is what you need to keep it short, right? And then we're going to go deeper into one of these. But the two things that you really want to look at are your program structures, okay? Because that's one of the biggest things that burns people out are their clients, unfortunately. Your clients should be that part of your business that light you up. And for some of us, that's true, but then it turns into this thing where like, it's not, right? Like our clients are burning us out, and maybe it's wrong clients, bad clients, or maybe it's just the way that you've structured your program. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is boundaries. Boundaries, AKA actually taking a break, taking time away from your business, doing things that get your mind off of your business, not getting on the phone with people who aren't a good fit for you. All those sorts of things are draining your energy. They're energy leaks. That will burn you out too, just as quick as taking on too many clients, doing programs that you're not excited about, any of that. So here's what's going on. Typically, if you are booked and broke, which is what I put in the title of this, which I happen to actually just like love how well that goes together. Even though it's a pretty shitty situation to be in, you're broke and you're booked, okay? So meaning you are fully booked, or you're close to it, or you're on your way and you're already burnt out and you need more money. More money, honey, right? So here's what's going on. First of all, you're undercharging. And no, I don't know what you're charging, but you're definitely undercharging. If you are not feeling like, oh my God, I'm fully booked, I'm so happy, I can chill out a little bit, like I don't have to worry about money, I love my clients, I have so much energy, like I feel like I could take on more. If that's not the case, you are undercharging. Most of us in this space, most of us in this group are undercharging and are constantly hustling for clients. It's never enough. Have you ever thought of that? Like, have you ever felt that thought come across your mind of like, it's never enough. I just signed a client, now I need another one. I'm fully booked, but I need more money. Like, if you're there, you're undercharging. And so you are fully booked, or you will be fully booked and you need more money, right? That's your sign, okay? And the other thing is that you're not setting a really high standard of who gets your time. And typically this is a fear thing of a couple of things. It's typically a fear thing of losing the sale and not making as much money as you could if you didn't have those high standards. And we're essentially leaving people out. For a lot of us, it's a fear of, really, that's the primary fear though, let's be honest, if we really dig deep, but to sound like better people, sometimes it's a fear of not wanting to leave people out, wanting to serve everybody. And then sometimes it's a fear of, what are people gonna think about me if I have this high standard for my client? Like, am I good enough to serve that client? Is that level of client gonna be even interested in me? Does that level of client even exist? What are my friends gonna think? What's my family gonna think? All that sorts of stuff is going on. Tell me if this is resonating, okay? So those are a couple of things that are going on, but let's see what's in my notes. Cool. Say hi, guys, if you're popping on. So here's the thing that you're not realizing is that, one, you can charge whatever you want. You may not feel ready, but you can, and you're undercharging and you're ready to be charging more. So many of us, we're going to talk about this later on too, but so many of us don't actually see how much we could and should be charging. And here's the thing is that a lot of the time, by charging what you're charging right now, you are screwing your clients over too. You're screwing yourself over because you're so busy and you're exhausted and all of that good stuff. But you're also screwing your clients over because they're paying you money regardless. Most of them are paying you thousands of dollars regardless of what you're charging, I hope. But they're not getting your full attention and they're not getting your full level of energy, enthusiasm that you could be having if you were charging what you should be charging. And if you just got rid of these fears and just did it, right? Girl, I just made a post in my group announcing that I'm raising my rates because I am exhausted. Good. Rochelle, hello. Caitlin, hello. So that's really the biggest thing. I did want to say this, and I am kind of skipping over it because it kind of goes out of what we're really focusing on, but I want to say this too. You don't have to work more to make more money. You know, with my clients, we focus on two main areas. We focus on selling high-end one-on-one, so 10K or more per client, which yes, you can do that. Any of you. And then we focus on launching group programs that are going to make 50 to 100K in a launch, okay? Which yes, you can do that too. And when you hear those things, you're like, oh my gosh, like, tell me if this is going through your mind, or just admit it to yourself. Oh my gosh, I can hardly sign a client at 3K. How am I going to get one at 10K? Or, oh my gosh, I can hardly get 5 people on my $47 offer. How am I going to launch a, large group program? I'm going to have to like bust my ass and work 10 times harder or 100 times harder. And I'm already working, 12 hours a day or more. That's what is going through our head, but it's not true. It's really about doing, and this is, you're going to roll your eyes with me, everyone says this, but it's really about working smarter, not harder. It's about doing less, better. And that's what we're focused on. It's really not about having the biggest email list out there. Yes, leads, community matters. You guys know that's huge for me, but you don't have to like put all your money into Facebook ads or put all this time into building your Facebook group or your community. And you don't have to do 10 posts a day just because you want a big launch. And you don't have to do 10 posts a day just because you want a 10K client, not a 3K client. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. And so what I want you to also realize is, no, you don't have to work more. And what I wrote down in my notes is that one really great post a week can actually do more for you than 10 half-ass posts a week. And one really great live stream a month can do better for you than daily, exhausted, half-assed live streams every day. And I've learned that from personal experience. One of my big content rules, and I wasn't planning on going so deep into this piece, but I will because I just am going for it. But one of my biggest rules with content, and yes, if you guys follow me, like a lot of people ask me like, Taylor, how do you do so much content? Like you are a content machine. And I am. I can live stream usually every day. I don't. Maybe that's a lie because I can probably live stream like every other day, like 3 or 4, maybe 5 times a week. But I can post all day. I could do a couple posts a day and like pretty much be on fire with it. But the thing, my actual rule, and I literally live by this, I'm not exaggerating or kidding you. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to go for a 100K launch. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to sign 3 clients in a week. I do not do content if it is not feeling so inspired that I can't hold back. So this live stream, this morning I was like, I need to do a live stream. I need to do a post. I need to do a live stream. I need to do a post. I'm trying to force what I'm going to write about. So I took a walk. Well, I actually made myself breakfast, took a walk, stretched, and I'm like, by the time I do all this really great stuff for myself, like I will totally have the perfect idea and be inspired, right? Step away, get inspired. I didn't. So I sat there and played on my computer, like did nothing really, like I just like chilled and then I let go of it, right? I let go of it and did those things. And then afterwards when I really hoped I would have the idea because I like wanted to get it done before my 11 o'clock call, nothing was coming to me. So I just kind of did nothing. I checked in on my clients and that's it, right? Then I just took my dogs outside. Well, I did the 11 o'clock call. Bear with me here, guys. Did the 11 o'clock call, which was 45 minutes. Took the dogs outside, and I was sitting there outside. It feels so amazing outside, by the way. Took the dogs outside, and the idea just came to me. It was, the title just popped to my head. It's intuition. It's inspired. And the title, like, if you're still exhausted from last week, popped in my head, and, like, I couldn't help but pull my phone out and start writing notes for what I was going to talk about. And then I brought the dogs in, and I just got set up with my amazing setup right here, which is freaking hilarious. I'm going to show you guys really quick if I can. This is literally my setup. Coconut oil and a vase is where I'm on my phone right now because I didn't feel like doing my typical live stream setup. And that's the other thing. Like I don't do content I don't want to do. And in my head, I was like, okay, let's put your hair down. Let's brush it. Let's put some mascara on. Let's cover the zits and go downstairs with your Diva ring light and your computer with a nice webcam and I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that. And I'm like, maybe I'll just turn it into a pose. But I'm like, and for some reason I could just see myself like walking around with my camera. So I went outside. You guys, if you're here late, you missed it all, but I won't go into it. Lighting wasn't working out. So now I'm here. I just, for some reason, wanted to do it on my phone. I wanted to have my hair up, looking how it is. And I feel good. I'm having a good time, you know, and the content is just coming out. And if I would have forced it, whatever, right? And typically what's funny is when I do live streams on my phone, I normally don't really get viewers. I don't know why, but I don't. I always find when I have that webcam, I'll get so many freaking viewers. And then when I do my phone now, after doing it on my webcam for so long, nothing. But today we have viewers and it's a Monday and it was unplanned and blah, 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 blah. All these reasons it shouldn't have gone well. If it's inspired, it's going to work. I want you to realize that. I don't have to do a live stream every other day. I don't even have to do any more content this week. Really, I can keep using what I have and sign 3 clients this week. I've already done it. And so if you just realize that and accept it, things are seriously, seriously, seriously going to change for you. So that's really what I want to say. Revamp your programs, set the boundaries, and realize that working smarter, not harder, is better. And it's not even smarter, not harder, because I don't really teach a lot of systems, automation, things. Like, I obviously have those, but I'm not going to pretend that, like, that's not really my thing. Like, my thing is just doing the things that are inspired and going for it. And that's why I am a content machine. That's why I can launch every single month, because I don't force it. I don't force myself to plan this launch 6 months out in advance and then force myself to do it when it still doesn't feel good. So many people are doing that, you know? Or, you know, they're sitting down for the month, and please don't tell me you do this, but they're sitting down for the month planning all their content for every day of the month, and, you know, it's just bizarre. It doesn't work. And maybe some people do have businesses that work that way, but if you're watching this, if you're attracted to what I'm saying right now, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for me. I know that. I tried it, right? So, hello, Jessica. I see your comment. Yes, Kiana, don't half-ass your content and you will win. Yes, Facebook stopped notifying me of you going live. Facebook sucks. Just kidding. Don't tell them I said that. Don't delete my Facebook group, Facebook, or shut my ad account down. You know, Facebook like has control. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I just want you to realize that this is simple stuff that as soon as you realize it's going to help you. And this is the thing, with my clients, the high-end 20K clients that they're paying me $20,000, this is the first stuff we dive into, and it makes a huge difference. We're looking at every program they have in their business right now. We're ditching all the ones that don't serve them, all the ones they're doing out of obligation, all the ones they're doing because they're easier sells. We're revamping their program from the get-go, and I know this is terrifying, and I know this is going to make you feel like, I'm not ready to work with Taylor, I'm not ready for her program, I'm not ready to charge 10K. The only person that's saying you're not ready to charge 10K is you. That's it. You can do it. And, you know, I just want you to realize that. But that's the first thing we look at is their programs. What do they not want to do? What are they doing out of obligation? All that bullshit. We get rid of it. We raise their prices to what they really should be. And I'm not just going to tell you, you know, you need to charge 10K, just go do it. Exact what program you have right now, put 10K price point on it, because it's not just about the 10K. What we do is we actually break it down and go, here's how much time you're spending with your clients, and here's how much time you're spending with your clients. Here's why it's worth it. Here's this amazing process you have that's kick-ass and is well worth over 10K. And here's how your clients are actually benefiting from you charging 10K. So your mind is going to shift from 10K, me? No, I'm not worth 10K. I can't do that. I need to do this for another year. But these other coaches that are charging 10K are way above me. The only reason the coaches that are way above you are charging 10K is because they haven't done this work. They've only done it up to 10K, right? I would still be charging 10K if someone didn't kick my ass and tell me to charge 20 and scare the shit out of me. You know, I would still be the 10K coach, and that's fine, but like, it wasn't making sense for me anymore, and I needed someone to like force me to do it, because in no way did I think I was ready for that. No way did I think I was ready for 10K. So anyway, that's one thing we look into. The other thing we go into is all the nice areas where you are over-promising, over-delivering, saying yes when you want to say no, saying no when you want to say yes, where you're holding back, where you're hiding. Really, the goal is to set really high, strong boundaries so you're not leaking any more energy, and also have you being that fully expressed version of you where you feel like a confident badass. Because what's so interesting is a lot of the women signing up for this program, they are telling me, this is like a common thing I found them telling me, they're telling me that, you know I wrote a post about this yesterday too, if you guys want to go check it out, but they're saying things like, you know I'm gonna be a millionaire, like I'm gonna be a millionaire by 40, by 30, by 25, by whatever, right? Obviously they're all different ages, so whatever, but they're saying things like that. But then when we dive into the work together, we're realizing that they're afraid to tell their boyfriend this about their business, or they're afraid to post on their personal profile what they do, or when they meet people in person, they're pretending they don't even do this, or they do something totally different, or, you know, they're just not being that fully expressed, confident badass that's right on her way to $1 million that she really is. And so when that's going on, you're out of integrity. And so of course you're not going to be signing the 10K clients and running the multiple six-figure business, right? Having 20K cash months. That doesn't happen until you show up as you and not as who everybody else in your life wants you to be, which was one of my huge setbacks. I was the kind of girl that, one, I was living basically two lives, right? Like I had the life where, you know, from my boyfriend's family, my friends, like anybody who knew me in real life, I was Taylor. And then I had this online life for all of you guys, and I was showing up so different, and I was showing up with who I wanted to be, but it's fake. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be you. And so I had to get rid of the old Taylor, the Taylor with her family and her boyfriend's family, and I just hit myself in the face. But like, those two things cannot be like this. They've got to be together. They've got to be the same, one of you and one of you only, right? Unfortunately. And then we go into optimizing your shit. So making your content work better for you, going into why is your copy not converting? Why can't you put a post out today and book the discovery call? Why do you feel like you have to post 50 posts a day to have the 50K launch? Like, how can we make your copy convert better? As marketing and boring as that sounds, but that's huge. And really what strategies you're wasting your time with, because this is a huge thing where, and I did this for a long time, and I thought I had to do it because I love being known as the marketing strategist and someone who's good at marketing. But the fact is, every marketing strategy is amazing and can do really cool things, and I love it. I love funnels. I don't have a single funnel in my business. I never really have. Like, I've had one basic funnel ever. It's not really my thing, but I thought like, oh, well, you know, whatever. Facebook ads, which I don't have any Facebook ads running right now. I will soon. But I don't always, like, people think you have to, or that I have to, or that I do. Webinars, which I do love, but I've changed how I do webinars completely, so they're different. But like, they're all great. Do you get what I'm saying? They're all great, but they're not all great for you. And here's a little secret, just so you can help yourself. The secret is, if there's anything in your business right now that, I mean, this is proven, right? I've worked with over 200 people. And, which is crazy, worked with over 200 people, and every time this happens, it fails. It never works out. It's when someone is saying something like, I'm getting the funnel done. I'm getting the funnel done. I know I need to build this funnel. I know I need to do this. I know I need to do this. And it's like 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then 6 weeks, and it's still not done. And then finally they do. Sometimes they don't ever do it, so of course it doesn't work out. But a lot of the times they finally do sit down, and this is literally what some of my clients will say, I've just got to sit down and force it. I've just got to sit down and do it. And that's the worst thing you can do. The funnel won't work, the ads won't convert, the webinar will flop. Like, that never works. The strategies that are aligned for you, the strategies that are best for you are those ones where you like get on the phone with your coach or whoever, and you're like, oh yeah, last night, like, I got this random idea to do a webinar, and like everything's ready for it. Because it literally took you an hour or two to get everything ready for your webinar. Because it's the right strategy for you to be doing that time. Anything people are telling you that you should be doing, or normally it's you taking that on, is like, oh, well, Taylor said webinars are great, because I think they are. They've been one of the biggest strategies for me. Even though, do you notice I don't do them very often, but they've still been like one of the biggest sellers for me. But like, someone will take that and hear that and be like, I'm going to do webinars. And then it's going to take them 4 to 6 weeks or whatever to put it together. They're going to have to sit down and crank it out. And then they're going to be calling me, not really, but they're going to be calling me up like, Taylor, nobody's signing up for my webinar, and it's such a good topic. Or like, I had 100 people sign up, but then no one showed. Or I had all these people on the webinar that stayed the whole time and no one bought. Like, that's when you're doing something that it's either one or two things. It's that it's not the right strategy for you, or it's just that your content isn't converting. And so the issue with so many people right now is that they don't have somebody that can show them the right strategy for them, how to optimize it, as boring as that sounds, so it converts, and who's pushing them to be the woman that they want to be a year from now, be the woman they want to be 7 years from now, today. So charging what you want to charge, doing the programs you want to do, having the boundaries you want to have, saying what you want to say. Like, there was so long where I was like, oh yeah, in 5 years, like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a badass. Like, I'm finally going to tell my family, like, you know, that no, I'm not staying at their house, or no, I'm not running all these errands for them when I come over. I'm finally going to like do what I want to do and say what I want to say. And I thought I had to earn that right. You don't. But that's a big thing that's holding you back too. So anyway, that's what it looks like with a client. That's what my process looks like. That's really just a piece of it, but that's a big piece of it that we would be doing together. So I wanted to tell you this, one, because a lot of this you could get started on your own if you're feeling called to. But two, if it's really speaking to you and it's like hitting the nail on the head, I like visually saw a nail right here. Book a call with me, because you're probably waiting, you're probably thinking about it and pushing it off. So just, I'm going to put the link in, but it's very simple. TaylorManningCreative.com/unlock. Pretend you're unlocking a door. TaylorManningCreative.com/unlock. Book the call. Let's talk. Because even though it's really scary, it would be a whole lot less scary if you just finally stepped up and believed that you will be the woman making 20K cash months, signing 10K clients, having the 50K to 100K launch, all things that my clients have done, all things that I obviously have done, and that you can do. The only person saying you're not ready is you. And it kills me when people say that to me. And here's the thing, I have had probably 10 calls. Oh, thank you, Kiana. I've probably had about 10 people book calls in the past like 2, maybe 3 weeks, and I've done 2. And not because they're booked out for later, because I'm like super busy and exhausted and burnt out. No, because I've canceled the other 8 or so, because they're not really good fits and they're not really ready. Because yeah, like if you don't even know what you do or who you serve, or like you've never signed a client in your life, or like, then I'm not going to work with you. It's just, I will send you to one of my friends or peers or one of my own clients, but I'm not going to be able to work with you at this level, because it's going to be a waste of your money, you know, because you're not going to get the ROI that you should. And it's going to be a waste of my time, because, you know, we're just not meant to be working together right now. So I just want you to realize that, like, one, if you're watching this and this is relating to you, you're probably a good fit, which is why it's extra scary. But two, you do not have to worry about getting on the phone with me or like, you know, getting into the wrong program, because I do not take clients that aren't a good fit, that aren't going to get results, that aren't going to be an amazing testimonial for me, that aren't going to pay me. So yeah, I'm not wasting my time with that. I'm not going to waste your time with that. It's not fair. Jenny, hi. Yes, book with Taylor. We work with her one-on-one, and it's made our business so much easier. Yes, 20K recurring base income, not counting the growth every single month. Yes, Jenny and her business partner, Alex, are starting their months off with 20K cash coming in through like their payments and their recurring income through like their membership site and stuff like that. So they are just like kicking ass, and that doesn't count any of their new sales or anything like that. So cool, so amazing. I love it. But that's only because they stepped up and did something scary. And, you know, it's really, I don't have to like fight or strangle any of my clients or like, you know, threaten them and force them to sign up or anything. But because they're in that place where they're like, yeah, I'm just ready to do this. And like, this is literally what they've said, and what other clients have said who've actually signed up is like, well, of course we're scared out of our mind. And like, it's really scary and mind blowing, but we know that we have to do it. And it's the same thing with the coach that I recently signed up with. It was like, she asked me, what's holding you back from doing this if you know that you want to do it? And I had all these things that popped up of like, well, you know, I'm working with this other coach and I'm so busy and I don't even really know where the next couple of months I'm going to go. And, you know, it's a lot of money. And I just think maybe like this month has been kind of like a little bit lower, or like all this stuff came into my head, and I didn't say any of it. I just said nothing. Because the truth is, it was all excuse, and that was just me, like not long ago. And really, honestly, whenever I know I need to do something like this, I just do it, even though it might make me crap my pants or something. Aw, Jenny, I'm so glad that you're watching. You're so sweet. And I love the emojis. Okay, so Kiana put that link in the comments. I'll probably come back and add it somewhere too, but it's just TaylorManningCreative.com/unlock. Book your call if you're thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Thinking about it is what is making you move slow, right? It just makes sense. You're thinking too much. You're stalling too much, really. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go before I like keep rambling. Bye, everybody.